Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you how to make chicken soup with Spaetzles. Spaetzles are homemade egg noodles that are very popular in Germany and Austria. They're usually made out of flour and eggs. In my case, I'm going to use semolina to make Spaetzles. In German, I think it's pronounced Spätzle. And those little dumplings can be used as an independent dish or in a variety of different types of soups. For Spaetzle dough, we're going to need 8 tablespoons of semolina, and you can use either white or yellow semolina. We're going to need 3 tablespoons, which is 50 grams of butter, 2 eggs, and 1 teaspoon of salt. For a chicken stock, I'm going to use 1 whole chicken. I'm going to section it off into pieces. I'm going to leave the breast for something else, and I'm going to take the skin off the rest of the chicken. We're also going to need some vegetables for our soup. I'm going to use 1 onion in our saute. I'm going to use parsnip in our saute. I'm going to use 2 carrots, 1 for the chicken stock, 1 for the saute, 2 celery sticks, 1 for the chicken stock, 1 for the saute. I'm going to use 2 bay leaves and assorted peppers and some fresh parsley. I'm going to make a spice pack, and we're also going to need some salt and pepper to taste. And we're going to need maybe 4 medium-sized potatoes. I have an 8-quart size stock pot. I'm going to put the chicken on the bottom of the pot, and I'm going to fill it up with water. And I usually fill it up to this kind of like a guide I have on my pot, like those little buttons, which I think about like 5 quarts of water. We're going to put it on the stove, and we're going to wait for it to start boiling. I'm going to make my own spice pack, and I'm just using a tea bag. I'm going to fill it up with bay leaves and some assorted peppers and also fresh parsley. And this little pack is ready to go into our chicken stock. In the meantime, we're going to start on our Spaetzle dough. We're going to put 2 eggs in a mixing bowl. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, and then we're going to start mixing in our butter. And your butter should be at room temperature. It's not actually going to be that easy to mix in, but you guys will see as soon as you start adding your semolina, it's going to be a little bit more easier for you to distribute all this butter in your mix. And we're going to keep adding semolina to the consistency of a very thick sour cream of this dough, and at this point you guys gonna stop because you don't want to over mix it, and especially your semolina is gonna plump up a little bit. And at that point we're gonna cover our dough, and I'm gonna let it sit for maybe like 20 minutes or half an hour until it's completely ready. Let's check on our chicken stock, and right before the boiling point, you're going to see this foam appears on the top. We're going to gather it and discard it, and this process is done so your chicken stock comes out clear, and try to remove as much as you can. Then we're going to add our salt and pepper, our spice pack. I'm also going to break a carrot in half. You don't need to peel it because this is all added for flavoring. And we're also going to add a celery stalk. Then we're going to cover the pot, and we're going to place it on a medium to low heat to simmer for about 40 minutes to an hour until the chicken is done. Then about after an hour of a lower simmer, your chicken stock is done, and you can tell by looking at the chicken legs because as you can see, the meat gets a little bit detached from the bones, and that's actually an indication of your chicken is being completely done. So we need to take the chicken out and also take all the vegetables that we used for flavoring out. Then we're gonna strain the chicken stock, and as you can see, in a strainer, you're gonna have all this gunk that we don't need it. We're just gonna discard it. And guys, I also like to wash the pot after that because there's still some of that stuff is left on the bottom. Then we need to prepare all the vegetables for our saute, which is going to be done directly in the pot. So we're going to finely chop the onion, and then I'm going to grate that parsnip and also a carrot and a celery. Then we need to chop fresh parsley, and then we're going to add it at the end when the soup is done. We're also going to cube 4 medium-sized potatoes. All the prep work is done, so let's make our soup. On the bottom of the pot, we're going to put 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. We're going to add our chopped onion. Give it a quick saute until it's golden brown. Then we're going to add our shredded vegetables like carrots, parsnip, and celery. We're going to give it a quick saute. Then we're going to add our chicken stock. And we're going to simmer it just for maybe 5 minutes, and then we're going to add our cubed potatoes. Then we're going to close the lid of the pot and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. Did you guys know there's actually a Spaetzle maker out there, but I don't have one. So I have a couple suggestions for you. I have this French fry maker. You could just run your Spaetzle dough through it and they will just fall directly into your pot. But I prefer to use a piping bag. I just fill it up and I cut a little corner and then I use it to make my Spaetzles. So let's check on our Spaetzle dough. As you can see, the consistency of the Spaetzle dough became much thicker. So I'm going to use a piping bag and I'm going to just transfer my Spaetzle dough in a piping bag. And then I can pipe it from there directly into my soup. While our soup is simmering, I'm gonna deal with all that meat that we took out. You guys didn't think I'm just gonna throw it away. No, I am just waited for it to cool down a little bit. We're gonna take all this good meat off the bones and then just gonna give it a quick rough chop, and we're gonna add it to the soup later. Okay, let's check on our soup again. At this point, our potatoes should be ready. We're gonna taste the soup just to make sure there's enough salt and pepper in it. And then we're gonna start making our Spaetzles. And just gonna cut the corner of that bag, not directly into soup, of course. And then you're gonna start piping the Spaetzles out. And then I use the scissors. This way, it's just easier to portion them out, and of course they have to land exactly into the pot. Then you're gonna add your meat in there and also your fresh parsley. We're gonna simmer it for just another 5 minutes, and after that your soup is completely done. I know, guys, soup making is a little bit more time consuming, it's a little bit more complicated, but I have to tell you, last week I got a little bit sick and that soup saved my life. I'm serious about it, so just give it a try. It's absolutely delicious. I hope you like this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye!